guys, Kittykatlapurr here, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use water on the Scorched Earth map. Yay! So I've been asked, and I have been sciencing some ways to use water around this Scorched Earth map. And I found out a couple things. Full disclaimer, I'm sciencey, but pro-ish. So keep that in mind when I was trying to figure out some of this stuff. I don't 100% understand all the water things because I don't farm as much and usually just run into water to drink some water when I am out and about actually playing and stuff. But I thought I'd try my best for you guys so you guys can figure out kind of how the water works here on Scorched Earth. But first off, I want to say great big thank you to all my current subscribers. You guys are amazing and I seriously couldn't do it without you. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button for pro-ish art content. And if you do like what I provide for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And guys, I'm aiming for the big 20,000 this year. So help me go big or go home and you all get a cookie. Yay! So the first place I started off with is kind of where I've been hanging out here on my single player world. And I added an intake pipe. And as you can see here, of course, when I put it in the water, it of course goes down into the water. And it gives me a range of water all throughout this area, which in turn gives me water for my tap, and which in turn gives me water for my crop plot. I did also place another tap a little further away, and of course, as you can see, because it's still within the perimeter, I still have water. And if I were to go outside of the perimeter and place my water tap, I'm not connected to any water. So this is somewhere where we have like a river or a little lake or all that kind of fun stuff. So then what I also did was went to go try out one of the wells over here by itself without the intake pipe. And as you can see, nothing's going on because it hasn't rained, it hasn't collected any water, and it's not connected to the others right over there. So we have no water going into our tap and no water going into our crop plot, which makes sense because we should have the pipe or at least some water in the tank. And so that's for when we're close to like water resources. So the next step I took was to go close to the middle of the desert and try some tests out over here. As you can see, I already have everything kind of set up and I'm close to a water vein versus the river or a little water area. So here we have a water vein with nothing on it. I placed a tank, as you can see, has water in it, 2,500 water. My crop plot is irrigated, so we have water in there. I can also place a tap, and the water tap is working fully. If I go right outside of the perimeter, this tap would not be working. I also went a little outside of the perimeter, but connected a well, so then they're connected. And as you can see, we have water here, which in turn irrigates our crop plot with water, and our tap still gives us water. So then what I did was I went over to the middle of the desert just to see, with no rain or anything like that. And of course, we don't have any water. So that totally makes sense. So in all reality, you don't even need a water well close to a water vein to be able to get some water. And as long as you keep the tanks connected, you should be able to transfer water from one to another. So I did one last test over here where I didn't use any tanks. All I used was a water well. And as you can see, the water well does have a range as well. And I placed some crop plots. And that's the only thing I placed. And as you can see, our crop plots are irrigated, as well as we have a well on the well. And I put one right over here and it is irrigated as well. Now, if I were to put one outside the perimeter of the water well or water vein, I wouldn't get any irrigation on my crop plot. And of course, you can put a tap anywhere that's within this range and get some water. So if you're building around one, or you have a bunch of tanks that are connected throughout around your house, you should be able to put a tap or even your crop plots anywhere and be able to get some water on it. So needless to say, you don't need an intake pipe if you are close to a water well or a water vein. And you don't need a water well on a water vein to be able to reap the benefits of water. And as long as you keep your tanks within a connected system, you should be able to pass along enough water to be able to give you what you need for your big builds or your small builds, or just to share water all around. Hopefully that all made sense to you guys, and hopefully I was able to help you guys kind of figure out how to get water and pass it along throughout the whole map. If you guys did like what I provided for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I hope you all have a super, duper magical day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.